Hello, friends. Warm greetings to all of you. Before we start this session, I want to share my thoughts with you all. Friends, the creativity of the Almighty reached its zenith when He created women. By gifting her kindness, forgiveness, and love, He made sure that the world is a better place to live in. Women, by shouldering various responsibilities as a homemaker, as a leader, as an administrator, as a professional, as an academician, and many more, has proved her worth. We cannot imagine this world without women, and we have women occupy a great place in this world. On this special occasion of International Women's Day, I am welcoming another dignitary, a woman, Mrs. Maya Pandey, for our topic of discussion: importance of women entrepreneurship in the development of India. Welcome, ma'am. Before we
Uh,
start our discussion, please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Reshu. I feel privileged to have been chosen for this discussion and topic. I am Maya Pandey, and my journey is a long one in the sense that I did my graduation from top-notch college of Delhi University, that is Lady Shri Ram. Then I did my post graduation in MPhil from Jawaharlal Nehru University with scholarship, UGC scholarship. Then I qualified this All India Officers exam and entered insurance industry. Then I resigned and went overseas. Took up again assignment as an officer in the insurance. Came back, and at that time India was opening up its economy, so foreign companies were setting up their offices here. So I joined Girling Credit Insurance. After that, I joined IFCO Tokyo. And after a decade-long service there, I started my own venture. So I can really talk about the challenges which I faced. And then finally, I entered the education domain. So now I am a researcher and a faculty at Birla Institute of Management Technology.
Wow, ma'am, such a great achievement. Congratulations to you. Ma'am,
Thank
let's
you.
start the discussion now. Ma'am, please explain what is meant by women entrepreneurship.
Surely, Reshu, but before we go on to understand what is women entrepreneurship, I would like to just dwell upon the word entrepreneurship itself. So, word entrepreneur is a French word which originated from entreprendre in 13th century. It is a verb, and the meaning of this word is to do something or to undertake something. So by 16th century, this word transformed into noun form, and entrepreneur was being used to refer to someone who undertakes a business venture. So anything to do with business venture which has been started by women. So it is the process of developing, organizing, running a new business to generate profit while taking financial risk.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, how is women entrepreneurship significant in the context of reward status of women in the society?
So now when we have heard, understood what entrepreneurship is and what women entrepreneurship is, so anything which has been innovated, started by women is women entrepreneurship, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So as far as the reward and the status in society is concerned, we can say that women entrepreneurship has too many rewards. Too many rewards. Why? Because women face more challenges compared to the other gender
Yes,
to
ma'am.
plan a business, to grow a business, and to sustain a business, because it's not only starting and doing anything, even sustainability of a business is on the shoulders of the women. And that too in India, which is such a diverse country, culturally diverse, geographically diverse. Then we have this rural urban divide. So whosoever is there succeeding in India, hats off to that woman.
Really, ma'am.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, I mean, the rewards and the status for being a woman entrepreneurship in Indian society are immense. I was saying that hats off to women, those who have been able to succeed, and even those who have not been able to succeed, at least they attempted. Okay. So, first thing is empowerment. Women entrepreneurship can help to empower women, not only economically, I mean, financially, they become independent, but it also empowers them socially and politically. Politically, why? Because they are influencers, they can influence their communities and people around. And socially, why? Because the status goes up. We all know that nothing succeeds like success. So, any woman's successful entrepreneurship is looked upon. Why? Because they have been resilient, they have overcome the challenges, they have overcome the barriers to reach that position. So it leads to a greater sense of self worth, confidence, which can impact so many other areas of their lives. So, this is one, that it ensures women empowerment, not only for themselves, but for the society around. Then they can become role models. When a woman entrepreneur succeeds, you and me, being women, look upon women entrepreneurs. We don't look upon Ambani, Adani, and all that. But we'll definitely talk about Indra Nui, Kalpana Chawla. They are all leaders. But as far as business leaders are concerned, we all know Kiran Majumdar. And younger generation, they are watching Shark Tank. Do you watch Shark Tank, Rishu?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So there, the women sharks like Namita, Vinita, Ghazal, all are looked upon by the younger generation. Why? Because they have built such big business empires. So they are role models. So when
Yes,
a
ma'am.
woman entrepreneur succeeds, they become role models. Now these women have very good educational background, one can say. Not that they have not faced challenges to reach where they are, but they've had good educational background. I know of so many women from villages, those who have made it big. Now you know about organization like Seva.
Yes, ma'am.
They do so much of chicken work, not only in India, but they export. Then Lijjat Papad is one of the cooperatives run by women. Similarly, recently I met very old women, young and old, both actually, from Kutch region, Gujarat, those who do embroidery. It's a typical Kutchi embroidery because it's from Kutch region. So they so this 70-year-old woman from Kutch region, she, putting on specs with heavy power, was embroidering the kurta, which I bought from her. So then she said that in a colloquial language, but I could make out that she was referring to Airbnb. And like I was zapped. I mean, a woman from Kutch rural area knowing about Airbnb, hats off to digitalization of this government. So she says,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you come to Kutch region,
Mm-hmm.
you can come and stay in my Haveli.
Great.
So this is women entrepreneurship. This is women empowerment, and this is role model. I'm sure she's role model for her society. And I mean, she could inspire me. She could inspire many other women. So this is number two. Number three, women entrepreneurship create jobs
Mm-hmm.
because when they are doing a venture, you need people. And when you are working, you do good for the society also, at least for the community wherever you are starting up your venture. So this has a very positive impact, not only on the local economy, but also on the GDP and economy of India. They are creating job creation is a big thing, because what can government alone do? We all have to contribute in creation of jobs. So this creates respect for women as contributors to the economy and the society. Number 4 is innovation. Women are very innovative, very creative. Not that men are not, but as you began introducing, that women have some special skills, all said and done. So they can bring new ideas, new products, new services with empathy to the market. And by fostering innovation, they can drive the economic growth and also do good to the society. They can be leaders in their fields. Fifth is they can bring about some social change in whatever way possible. They can challenge the traditional gender biases or the expectations of women in Indian society. As you are aware, women are expected just to take care of home, to bring up children, to take care of in-laws, but not work outside. So this social change can come when more and more women entrepreneurs enter the business world. And when they succeed in a big way. And they demonstrate that women can succeed, overcome challenges, be resilient. And this is also one of the career path for them. Sixth is they bring in gender equality. When more women fight for funding and establish themselves, the banks and other credit institutions also look upon them.
Yes, ma'am.
Reshu, you can hear me, na?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So they contribute to Indian economy. Then, because if they are sustainable, they are also indirectly contributing to, if you would have heard, the sustainable development goals given by the United Nations.
Yes, ma'am.
So there also they make an impact. So overall, I'll say that women entrepreneurship has a lot of impact on the status of women. So what I was saying is that overall, it is a very rewarding experience to be a woman entrepreneur. And that too, if you succeed and bring about some change and be a role model.
Yes, ma'am. Truly said. Ma'am, I think there is a role of digitalization in provoking women entrepreneurs. In
No
the
doubt, Reshu.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Ma'am, could you explain how does it work in the remote areas, in the rural areas? Because
The
frequently
digitalization or,
we can hear about
the
women entrepreneurs from remote areas making a success story. How does digitalization help them?
see, as we know, the number of smartphone users in India is increasing.
Mm-hmm.
And even the number of internet connections is increasing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the connectivity in rural areas is increasing. So
Mm-hmm.
all this has impacted women entrepreneurship also. Like I was giving this example of old women from Kutch region. They are all very aware of taking the payments through digital means, that is Paytm and Bheem and Rupee card and all. So even when they are selling very small things, like papad, achar, chai masala, or any other thing, they are very well aware that the payment can be taken through digital means. So when they can take the payment, the money comes directly into their bank and into their hands.
Mm-hmm.
This empowers them economically and to invest in the business whatever they want to. They don't have to rely upon husbands or banks, wherever they are facing challenges as far as funding is concerned, directly they have hold over that. So I'll say digitalization in one way has helped in financial inclusion. Two, it has helped them empower. Three, they can even, look the videos, the awareness programs run by government, and so many other things they get access through this digital means. So they can bring in more innovative ideas.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I'll say that it's a very big medium
Yes,
and
ma'am.
has enhanced.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Digitalization has truly helped in spreading information. So, this is helpful for them, I think.
Sorry, I couldn't get you.
Ma'am, digitalization has helped in spreading information.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Awareness, information, getting digital payments, economic empowerment, so many things.
What are the challenges women entrepreneurs face during their journey?
Um, you know, uh, I say all entrepreneurs face, be it men or women, but
Mhm.
women slightly more. Why? Because especially in India, you and me, all women are aware that there is gender bias.
Yes,
There are
ma'am.
gender stereotypes.
Mhm.
Women face bias and,
Mhm.
discrimination. They are looked upon sometimes. They are a vulnerable group. Metros ko chhod dein. If we leave metros, then as we move to B and C class cities, more and more gender bias comes to the forefront. So as investors, they face, I think, a lot of problem as far as funding is concerned
Mhm.
compared to the male counterparts. This makes very difficult to either start a business or grow a business.
Mhm.
Both ways, it becomes a challenge for them. Then, as I mentioned, there are gender stereotypes. They are just looked upon as homemakers, that they have to bring up children, they have to look after the family, and that they should not. And any business demands 24 by 7 attention, where you have to manage everything from funding, from your resources, from people, from skills. I mean, there are so many hordes of things. um, Networking, your advertisement, you have to grow. So then it becomes a problem of work life balance, which male counterparts don't have to face. They don't have to worry about the family, they don't have to worry about the children, whereas women have to struggle quite a lot to balance their business responsibilities with their family obligations, which makes it very, very tough. I mean, they are doing double job, of the males also and of the females also, looking, they just can't leave children just like that. There also, they have to get full involvement, fully involved. Then there is lack of networking. Women are, even in service, when they are doing jobs, also when they start a business, access to professional networks is a very, very big challenge. They need mentors, they need opportunities. That limits their reach, somewhere. And then because we have the stereotype, if you see women interacting with men and all that, they are not looked upon
Very
nicely,
good.
especially, yeah, in
Yes,
rural
ma'am.
areas. मेट्रो
Mhm.
में तो चल जाएगा, ठीक है, इट्स पार्ट ऑफ इट, बट जहाँ बी सी क्लास सिटीज आ जाती है, इट बिकम्स अ चैलेंज. अच्छा, आप शाम को कॉफी पी रहे हो, आप बात कर रहे हो, इवन दीज लिटिल थिंग्स,
Mhm.
create a challenge for women. Then they have very limited role models. अभी जैसे we can speak on fingertips कि ये women successful हैं, but role models compared to men are less as far as women entrepreneurs are concerned. Then expectations from the women are, despite being successful businesswoman, they still have to cater to family norms. वो जो expectations है, like you'll see कि आप थक के अगर आ रही हैं ऑफिस से, it is not the husband who will make the tea. It is again the woman who will go bring a glass of water and make tea or coffee.
Uh,
Don't you agree?
yes,
And
ma'am.
she would have worked more than XYZ. So
Mhm.
they have to every step prove themselves, keep working hard. take so many responsibilities on their shoulders and yet face difficulties as far as funding is concerned, networking is concerned again. And एक चीज बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है women के साथ is imposter syndrome. What is that is? Like they feel hesitant and also less confident that I am qualified, I am capable. वो जो confidence है ना, that they are lacking, that I'm qualified to run my own business despite having so many skills and accomplishments. So this imposter syndrome they have to overcome, come what may, And then I have seen many women who start the business, run the business, but leave it in between somewhere due to family obligations or maybe XYZ, some other reason. So for these women to again come back is a challenge. After they have delivered a child, taken care of the child, coming back is a big challenge because उनको फिर इतना और लगता है failure से they get scared. They get scared in taking risks, risk लेने में उनको डर लगता है. Coming back is a challenge for them. So hand holding is very different. And how will this hand holding come? From the successful entrepreneurs, those who can be role models and can help them. कि आपको फंडिंग कहाँ से मिलेगी, प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट कैसे बनाई जा सकती है, मार्केटिंग कैसे की जा सकती है. All these things, I think society is undergoing change and maybe sooner or later we'll have these things in place.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what is your opinion regarding the comparison of challenges in rural areas and in metropolitan cities? With
I think that's
reference.
it's a very good question. We can see
Mhm.
that there is a clear divide between urban and rural India for everything, for infrastructure, for services, for employment opportunities. So women entrepreneurship is also not different. So women in A-class cities, definitely, metros have more access to so many things, from finance to awareness to anything, resources. But as far as rural India is concerned, the challenges are triple, rather more, much more than what you think would be in metros and A-class cities. Much more. But in rural India also, women are doing their best and they are trying to overcome the challenges and they are trying to, start the innovation because वो फिर जमीन से जुड़े हुए हैं. They are helping the community, they are solving the problems of the local communities and they are promoting sustainable development, which metros is now gearing up to understand. But if you go to rural areas, they understand of importance of saving water. Like where I'm sitting right now, can you believe it? Like a small thing, Wi-Fi ka password they have kept save water. Isn't that so thoughtful?
Yes, ma'am. Very thoughtful, ma'am.
So yeah, so waste disposal and renewable resources being used more, and not to throw garbage here and there. ये सब चीजें जितना रूरल एरिया को समझ आएंगी ना बात, वो शायद metros takes it for granted, that kind of a thing.
Ma'am, challenges are everywhere, whether in urban areas or in rural areas. But
Sure.
there is a growing trend of small scale industries developing in the remote areas. Women, they are collaborating and making successful ventures. Small ventures like pickle making, papad making, or making embroideries. What do you think the most important immediate cause for their success in spite of the challenges?
See, what I can see is one is support from the family. That is first and foremost. Number two is their own self-worth. Those who feel that, yes, I can do it. Three is resilience. Despite failures, if they are resilient and going ahead, that makes a lot of a difference. And four is, like we hear अपना जैसे एयरलाइंस में ऑक्सीजन मास्क the air first you should put and then help your child and other one. Now waking up to self-worth. Yes, we can do it.
Yes, ma'am. Truly said. Ma'am,
So this has helped quite a lot.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, as a teacher, as a professional, uh, as an academician, and a homemaker also, ma'am, in addition to being a successful entrepreneur, what is your message to the upcoming generation of females who want to carve a niche for themselves?
See, before I go on to speak about my journey and my message, I'll also would like to highlight the contribution of women entrepreneurships to economic growth story of India.
Yes, ma'am. Please go
Little
ahead.
bit. I'll just give you the numbers. So, according to the sixth economic census, 14% of all establishments in India are owned by women,
Mhm.
which is wonderful. And then there is another report of Business World where Indian MSME sector women-led businesses are about 20.37%.
Mhm.
Abhi 20% hai. I wish this grows up to 50%. Why? Because we are 50% population, तो हमारा contribution भी 50% होना चाहिए. But
Yes, ma'am.
I mean 20.3% is also remarkable, and they contribute 23% of the labor force, which is equal to 15.7 million businesses owned by women and employment of 27 million people.
Mhm.
Isn't that good? It's a backbone of Indian economy.
Yes, ma'am. Very good.
And according to another big major giant, McKinsey, you would have heard. So McKinsey Global has come out with a report saying that India can potentially add almost United States dollar, US dollar, 700 billion to global GDP if the women's participation in the labor force increases.
That would be great.
That would be great. So India grows, world grows, sustainable goals are achieved. So finally, when it comes to my my two words would be that begin. Many people hesitate to begin. They don't
Mhm.
want to take risks. That is one. Two, ensure family support. Your family and friends need support. Like I had a lot of family support. That's why I could dabble into so many things. I failed in my business venture. So accept failure.
Mhm.
Why I failed? Again, when I go back and see networking, funding capabilities, or funding access was a challenge for me also. But accepting failure, वही कहते हैं ना गिर के उठना and उठ
Mhm.
के भागना is very important. So don't lose heart, believe
Mhm.
in yourself, have passion, try and seek support. हम लोग बहुत hesitate करते हैं कि कैसे बोलूं, क्यों बोलूं, चुप रह जाते हैं. Even in classes, if you'll see, they hesitate to ask questions. So seek support. Don't worry. Try and get access to networks. Accept failure. Don't worry. Fail तो सभी लोग होते हैं, but failure के बाद उठ के आगे बढ़ना is very important because ultimately resilient होना ही पड़ता है. Once you are resilient, everyone will salute you. And I don't say it's easy. The journey is very, very difficult. But then women have faced so many difficulties in life. They have to manage so many things from delivery, taking up children, managing families. So business handle करना कौन सी बड़ी बात है? You just
बिल्कुल
have to
मैम.
believe in yourself, have passion, follow your passion, and keep learning continuously. अब जैसे digitalization आ रहा है, you'll see not many people know how to work along with the digital world. तो वो सीखने में, पूछने में कोई हर्जा नहीं है. Keep asking, keep learning. आजकल online courses बहुत सारे हो गए हैं. Keep on doing different courses which can enhance your skill set, and then at the end of the journey, it is very, very contented, happy journey. आपको एंड में ये लगेगा कि आपने सिर्फ फैमिली नहीं संभाली है, अपने बच्चों को अच्छे से बड़ा नहीं किया है, you have done something for the society also.
Yes, ma'am. So nice, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. You took out time out of your busy schedule to participate in this session on International Women's Day. I want to thank you a lot. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Reshu. Thank you so much for
I
giving me
hope
this opportunity.
through your message and this session, uh, women, people, and women who want to uh, initiate entrepreneurship or do something in business, want to start their own business, uh, they would get inspired from you. Thank you,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I would love to motivate and inspire. And of course, there are many forums where they can, ask their questions as far as funding is concerned, project reports are concerned, and if they have any innovative idea. I mean, India also, Government of India, Mudra loans and all that is happening. So things are taking time, but hopefully, yes. But believe in yourself, have passion, and be resilient. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.